Hello everyone, it's Shannon with Shannon's Crafty DIYs. Welcome to my channel. So today I am in an open challenge. It is called Hello Summer. I will go through the hosts and the playlist link a little bit later in the video. So what reminds me of summer is of course lemons. So I have 4 really cute lemon DIYs to share with you. Here I do love to do really cute home decor DIYs on a really tiny budget. If you like that sort of content, please go ahead and subscribe and join my channel. So let's move on to the DIYs. So for the first DIY, I'm just taking some of these wooden cubes from the Dollar Tree. You've seen these before. I have 6 total. I'm going to paint 3 white and 3 yellow. And when I'm using multiple colors, I always like to start with the lightest color. I got these little palettes from the Dollar Tree. This one is brand new right now, but I can add yellow to the white after I'm done. So I always start with the lightest paint. So starting with the white, painting all the cubes, and then I'm just going to add, as you see here, I just added the yellow right to the white. It might make it a little bit lighter, which is fine with me. So now I'm just going to paint the other 3 yellow. So I have made these cubes in the past. I made the XOXO for Valentine's. So I'm just taking some of these stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree. They're clear stickers, which are fabulous. They are letter stickers. So I'm going to spell the word lemon. I was going to do lemons, but then I was going to add a little picture, but then the cubes are just getting a lot longer. So I'm just going to spell the word lemon. Now these stickers are tiny. So my fingers do not hold on to these stickers very well to be able to put them on the cube. So I'm actually just using my needle nose pliers and sticking it on this way, and this way too, without my fingers being in the way. I can actually see and make sure that the letters are center. So now that I've done that, this paper pack, I've had it for a little while now. I did pick it up from the Dollarama. I'm going to use the actual picture, the display picture that it came with in the package, and I'm just going to cut out this little lemon. Now I'm just going to cut some of this. I have this little double-sided tape. You can pick this up from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut a tiny, tiny little bit, place it on the cube, and then I'm going to put the lemon on top. This way it just elevates it a little bit away from the cube. So since this DIY is a little bit smaller, I did put it together with some of the other DIYs in this video. So I would actually like to share the great reveal at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. How cute is that little lemon already? So for the next DIY, I had one of these paddles. Actually, this came from my good friend Carrie with Carrie's Crafts and Things. She doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she has an Instagram page that I will leave her link in the description box. She is so fun. She has a lot of creative ideas as well. So taking this paddle, just using some antique wax by Waverly, going to just use a makeup brush or a makeup sponge. These are great. There's so many in a package and they are disposable, so you can just throw them out after each use. If you take the time, you can wash it and reuse it. But yes, both sides, and I'm just going to use my hair dryer to speed up the dry time. Now, again, taking this pad of paper, and I love it because they're all fruit. So I'm picking out 2 that I like. Now, okay, I'm choosing this pink one here. Now, it kind of, compared to the other picture, it looks a little bit more green, like it could be limes, but I'm going with lemons. So I'm just going to take some Mod Podge, add it to the board. I'm going to add it quite high. You guys know I did make a paddle recently. This one is like a mini version. It's like the size of my hand. So the other one, I only put the paper kind of maybe a third of the way at the bottom. This one, I'm covering almost the majority of the board. So yes, Mod Podge, smooth it all down. Make sure to get rid of any of the bumps. So I am going to smooth off the edges of the paper. Now, a trick I like to do first is like this. I bend it over the edge first. That way when I use my file, it'll come off a lot easier. So I'm just taking one of these nail files. Who would have thought I was struggling in the past so much with using those little sanding blocks from the Dollar Tree, or I'd get like the sandpaper and it would always rip on me. So I actually use these nail files and they work perfect. Now this one is starting to get a little dull, so I might have to go get a new one, but oh my gosh, this is like a coarse grit nail file and it comes right off. So here are the nice clean edges. Now, don't worry, you will see the grains of the paper, or if you do, don't worry. I'm actually just using the sponge that I had with the antique wax, and I'm going over the edges. It actually covers the white part of the paper, and I'm actually making it look a little bit more weathered and used. You guys know what I'm talking about. I love how this turned out. So I'm just going to take some of this lace ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to add a little bit of a strip to the top. Again, this is similar to my other paddleboard, but I just love them so much, and I'm going to actually display this with my other one later. Now, I didn't display it with it in this video, but you'll see how it all gets displayed at the end. So yes, using a little bit of hot glue, adding it to the top, and I'm just going to cut off the excess off the sides. And I'm just going to add a little bit of lace through the whole of the handle, and I'm going to make it look like a little string, so you could hang it on a wall if you wanted to. And that is it for this one. Now, if you wanted to do freestanding, I didn't do it to this one because I was just going to lean it against the other paddleboard, but you could also put a wooden cube at the back, or I like to also put a clothespin at the back to actually act as a stand, so that is another option. How stinking cute is this little mini paddleboard? And look at the little lemon. I think these turned out so cute. What do you guys think of these ones? And before moving on, today's challenge is called Hello Summer. We have host Tammy with the Rusted Willow. We have Ellie with DIY from House to Home. And we have guest host CJ with CJ DIY. There are also a whole bunch of other talented crafters in this playlist as well. So I'm going to leave the playlist link and all the hosts links in the description box. So please go over, check out the playlist, and say hello to everybody for me. So third DIY, I found this little cute colander from the Dollarama for $1.25. It was red. I could have kept it like this. It's great if you did it with like strawberries or something, you know. But I remember, you guys know, did my cross-border shopping. I was able to pick up some of this Waverly white chalk paint, and this stuff is amazing. Literally, I mean, I did 2 coats, but after the first coat, you already can tell it covered it so nicely. So I'm going to take this makeup sponge again, taking some black acrylic paint, and I'm just very gently going over the edges of the colander. I'm going to go over the handles as well with the black, and I'm going to make sure to go underneath the handle as well. Guys, have you been able to get your hands on these stencils? They are absolutely fabulous. I've already used one once in a previous DIY video. I am going to take this one. I'm taking some painter's tape. I'm actually just going to use the little leaves that come under the word farmhouse, and I'm actually turning it upside down because I wanted to kind of go along with the edge of the bowl. So I'm just going to, again, tape it. You don't want to tape it too tightly though. I mean, the painter's tape does come off nicely, which is great. So taking that makeup sponge again, I'm just making sure to press the stencil down firmly, and I'm going to just gently add some black acrylic paint. Make sure to not have a lot of paint on your sponge. You just really want to go slowly here, and make sure it is super dry before you peel off the stencil. Oh my gosh, guys, I got this wreath for free on the Facebook Buy Nothing. Can you believe this? Don't hate me, guys. I love it so much, but I am cutting off every single lemon and flower off this wreath because I wanted it for the lemons, not the wreath. But again, I could have kept it, but don't hate me, okay? And I just loved how there were so many different sizes of lemons in this one as well, large, small, and I just loved the flowers that went with it as well. They went so perfectly. So just rearranging what I like, and that is it. Look at how cute this is. I think it is so adorable. This is great for a display. You could put it on a tier tray. Mind you, I think some of the tier tray bottoms are not white. Well, you never know. I should try my tier tray, but what do you guys think? I think this looks so farmhouse. I love this white chalk paint so much. All right, last fourth and final DIY. I found this summer glass. You can see it says summer pantry on it. I picked it up from the Dollarama for, I think it was $1.25. Yes, $1.25. Don't need the lid or the straws. I'm just going to take that off using some yellow acrylic paint. Now, this technique has been used before in other YouTubers' videos. I'm just doing this on my own version. So taking some yellow paint, adding a generous portion to the inside of the glass, and I'm just going to coat the entire inside of the glass. You could paint the outside, but I like doing it on the inside because then the glass still looks shiny. Obviously you can't add water to it, you can't add real plants or anything to it, but that's okay. I'm not using it for real plants anyway. So taking this glass marker from the Dollar Tree, guys, I have to admit, if you guys are better handwriters, then go for it. I thought this was going to be easy to just go over the edges of the words, but it still looked kind of choppy looking. Anyway, is there a tip or trick that you guys can help me with to get the writing looking a little better? You'll see at the very end what I mean. So taking these ribbons from the Dollar Tree, I'm going to make a simple bow with the lemon ribbon. Now you see here it's only one-sided the ribbon, so you really don't want to make a simple shoelace bow because then you'll get the white showing through as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just literally going to crisscross it and just pinch it in the middle. This way it just looks really nice. And I'm going to just secure it just with a little bit of a jute twine, cut off the excess. So I thought this would just give the bow a little bit more detail. I'm just going to cut a little strip of the just plain yellow ribbon, and I'm going to hot glue it to the center of the bow. Now, after the bow is glued, I didn't show you this part. I just used the same flowers or more of the flowers and lemons from the wreath that I just got. I just added it to the vase. And what do you guys think? So again, look at the writing closely. I'm very critical of myself here, but I just not super happy about that part. But I love the turnout, like if you look from afar. So what did you guys think of all of these lemon DIYs? Which one is your favorite? I always have fun in these challenges. I just want to thank the hosts, Tammy, Ellie, and CJ for hosting this awesome challenge. Remember, I'm going to leave the link and the playlist link in the description box below, so please go over and say hi. Thank you so much. You can also follow me on Instagram, Shannon's Crafty DIYs. There I post some other cute things. I also post some other Dollar Tree finds that I might have not shown in my haul videos. Go ahead, subscribe, give me a big thumbs up if you do like this content. I would love to have you part of my YouTube world. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you later. Bye.